1 year ago, I built this jungle tank. My goal was to fill it with plants to create a lush aquarium. Since then, it has flourished and changed. We are going to revisit the old residents and meet some new ones. Some species have nearly taken over, and others have all but disappeared. They all have to find their niche, and some have had to learn their place in the pecking order. Stay tuned to see the changes unfold in this dynamic and evolving ecosystem. Step 1 requires us to do some maintenance on the important aspects of this ecosystem. The plants are growing tall, and hair algae has settled in among the anubias and other plants. I pull out the long and overgrown rotala. This tall and narrow tank doesn't have much room for planting into substrate, so I use plant weights to sink bundles of stems behind the hardscape. I trim other plants back as well. Using a bottle brush, I remove the algae growing within the plants, and then scrape the green dust algae off the glass. Now I can siphon out the water and all the debris from the cleaning. The canister filter needs to be cleaned as well. First, I empty out the contents and have to go on a shrimp recovery mission since baby shrimp get sucked in the intake and live in the bottom of the filter. I will fix this problem later. The filter media gets rinsed out as well. To fix my shrimp problem, I put a sponge on the intake. Then, I use gravity to help me siphon water back into the tank. It doesn't take too long to fill up and infuse the tank with fresh water. I now take my bundles of plants and cut away the scraggly-looking stems. The top leafy stems are rebundled. I plunk them back in the background and replant some other stems, such as the pearlweed. The filter is a bit gunky when it starts back up, but it won't take long for the water to clear. I add some fertilizer to give the plants a boost to start growing again. A few days later, the dust is cleared. The tank looks amazing and all inhabitants are happy after the recent upheaval. The plants have settled back in and are standing up again, filling the background and foreground. There's less algae in the plants, though it's not totally gone. The filter is working efficiently, polishing the water and moving it around the tank. Cherry shrimp are a new addition to the tank. I added about 7 and now I must have 100. They scavenge on dead and decaying matter and clean up uneaten food. Here they are at the algae wafer buffet. The substrate seems alive and is always moving with these little snails. They are called Malaysian trumpet snails. They came in with some plants that were initially added to the tank. They reproduce like crazy and burrow into the substrate, which can help mix in mulch and aerate the upper layer of sand. They are likely increasing in population due to there being plenty of food to eat and no predators. This one has a sparkly looking foot we can see as it cruises along the glass. We still have some ram's horn snails as well. These snails sometimes have white pitting on their shells, indicating that the water is too soft and that their shells are dissolving. I will add some supplements to provide some more minerals to the water. My daughter picked out this rabbit snail at the store, whose name is Sucky. It has a bright yellow body and striped shell. It's always a game to find where Sucky is in the tank. Here we have the new addition of long-finned peppered corydoras. They mostly scoot around the bottom of the tank and on hardscape and plants to look for food. The pleco that was originally added to the tank is still happily supervising the goings-on. He can often be found in this spot hanging upside down on his favorite piece of hardscape. I also added some spotted blue-eyed rainbow fish to the tank. The males try to impress the females with their long thread fins. Sometimes there are showdowns between the pleco and the corydoras. Our pleco likes to pester them if they get too close. He will chase them off. Other than this, our tank is a very peaceful and beautiful place. The plants are growing well and have multiplied and increased in size since the original planting. Some species have changed, including some of the plants. The original group of CPDs gradually died off or were removed to restart breeding in other dedicated tanks. While I love nanofish, I find they do not have a very long lifespan. This makes me want to be able to breed them instead of just keeping them until their numbers dwindle. I am trying this now with CPDs, and I have 2 separate groups breeding so I can increase their genetic diversity. Perhaps this tank will once again be stocked with a large crew of CPDs. The tank is still fed with a large mix of food including flakes, live baby brine shrimp, frozen bloodworms, cyclops and rotifers, algae wafers, and rapashi. This tank will keep evolving and have new plants and livestock added and removed as time goes on. I'm happy to have been able to bring you this update. Thanks for watching.